recently signed Fred VanVleet, right? So you got the experience at the point guard. Big Steven Adams, we know when he's going to come in and do for his offensive rebound and get a great screen setup. But then Kevin Durant solved so many problems. They needed a closer. They have Kevin Durant last year. They beat Golden State. Point blank period. All right, they needed a three-point shooter. Kevin Durant provides that. They were one of the worst three-point teams in the NBA last season. And now Kevin Durant goes to a situation where he knows and respects the coach and the coaching staff.
Yeah.
He made it dope for that relationship. Royal Ivy, best friends with Kevin Durant. So they're going to hold Kevin Durant to a certain level and hold him accountable, and he's going to accept the challenge.
KD is going to crush their offensive rebounding numbers because he's going to make shots. They're going to have many offensive rebound opportunities.
Well, you were able to see some of this up close. We're calling games in the NBA this year as well. Jay wears every single hat that we have here at ESPN. You were able to see the Phoenix Suns up close, and I think everyone knows that there's still a lot left for Kevin Durant to do with the Houston Rockets here. But it seems like these two teams are in very, very different places now.
Yeah, I mean, with Durant leaving, Phoenix is in a much different place right now, and they have to make a decision on Bradley Beal. That's really going to be where things shake out for them. But look, this is where you start in the draft. I mean, if you're gonna build a team and build it to where you want to get, I think you have to start with the draft. You know, that's where the best teams build is through the draft, and they have an opportunity right here.
What are you looking at here, Andrea?
Yeah, I think I'm looking at. I'm just looking at the bigs. Like we've come on Malawach. I think it's time for him. Asa Newell out of Georgia, extremely athletic, defends at a high level. I think going with someone in the center could be a bonus.
So the bigs love it.
15 seconds left. That's so
With the 10th pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the Houston Rockets select Kaman Malawach from Rugat, South Sudan, the NBA Academy of Africa in Senegal, and Duke University.
the clear emotion here for Kaman Malawach and his family. You'll remember Kaman not only for his excellent rim protection at Duke, but also playing for the South Sudan team that lost to the United States by just a single point and caught the world's attention. Kaman is one of the remarkable stories of this draft. He grew up in Uganda after his family fled conflict in South Sudan, and he picked up a basketball at 14 years old after a motorcycle cab driver stopped him walking down the street and said, "You're so tall, you should start playing basketball." You can see how much this dream realized means to him in this moment. He was discovered by the NBA Academy Africa in 2021, and talk to anyone around Malawach, Bobby, he's an even more remarkable person than he is a player, and that is saying something.
We're talking about him on the court, but certainly as a human being here, and when you look at what he's been able to do, certainly I think last year at Duke, but the one story that keeps on sticking out when he's playing against Team USA, Kevin Durant and Joel Embiid, and seeing his mom, who he hasn't seen in years, walk down that aisle, and it wasn't those two players that intimidated him, it was that seeing his mom in the stands there, and truly one of the great stories of this year's draft.
He told our Monica McKnight yesterday, Bobby, that his parents are at home and he thinks that they'll stay up a little bit past their bedtime to watch their son have this moment with NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Jake, you can see how much this means to him. I think when you consider the journey that it took for him to get here to the NBA, to be selected here, he was born, as we mentioned, in South Sudan. He was a little bit of a late bloomer, started playing basketball a little bit later in life before going to NBA Academy Africa, and he became just a tremendous presence at the rim.
Now, war number 9 at Duke in honor of Lou Dame, but you're talking about a big-time rim protector with a 7'6" wingspan, blocked a ton of shots last season for Duke and was a real presence in the lane. Also an excellent offensive rebounder. His offensive rebound percentage was close to 17%. That was top 15 in Division I. And he shot 71% from the field. That was 4th in Division I. He shot that percentage in large measure because he's a great offensive rebounder. He's excellent as a pick and roll roller. You can just lob it up as high as you want. He had 81 dunks on the season. That was 2nd in Division I. 38 of those dunks were off of lobs. He's not a switch big. He played mostly in drop coverage, but he's a better perimeter shooter than his statistics indicated. It's something he has worked on. He looked very good on that at the combine and shooting drills. I think he's going to be able to stretch that out. And perhaps, maybe you don't trust it yet, but maybe it's reliable in time.
Jay, thank you. Come on, it's with our Monica McNabb.
Come on, you told me yesterday that you are delusional about your dreams. Tell the truth. Did that delusion include being drafted a lottery pick in the NBA?
I mean, yeah, it included that, like me being delusional about my dreams, believing in myself that I'm gonna make it to the NBA one day, and now I'm here at the NBA draft. Just got there.
We also talked about the pride and all the folks that you have represented. What do you want to say about the people that have helped you get here, and in particular your roots in Africa?
I mean, I'm here representing the whole continent. Living in Africa, I had the whole continent on my back, giving hopes to young kids, inspiring young kids, and the next generation of African basketball.
Specifically to your parents, Marid and Owain, what would you say to them as they're watching at whatever time it is where they're watching?
I mean, I want to thank them so much for raising me the way they raised me, for making me such a good young man, and raising me the right way and showing me the good values of life.
There's such a joy about you, Carmen. Thank you for sharing that, and congratulations tonight.
Thank you so much.
This is such an emotional moment for Kaman's family, considering everything that this family has been through to get here. His siblings all sharing in this with him. Again, you heard him with Monica sending the message back to his parents watching at home. Just a tremendous, tremendous story.
I just shared it too. No, seriously, I mean, but this is what it's all about. Like, do you realize how hard it is to make it to the NBA? Do you know what it feels like to get your name called when you have to compete, especially from where you came from, the obstacles, the hurdles, right? Like being able to be put on the platform to be seen, and then all of a sudden make the best of it. I see him playing the Jared Lively role, to be honest with you, for the Phoenix Suns. I know, Jay, you said he played mostly drop coverage, but I see a young man that's going to accept the challenge of being able to switch out on the perimeter and slide those buckets.
And now we've seen Duke have multiple players here drafted in this first round.